The United States House unanimously passes a bill to help persecuted Christians and other religious minorities in Iraq and Syria. Those countries are home to some of the most ancient Christian communities. Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi has more on the bill. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Lauren. Even though the United States government has already pumped more than $1 billion into the humanitarian crisis in Iraq, the sponsors of this bill say that money is not reaching Christians and Yazidis, and those groups are speaking out about the genocide devastating their communities.
Haider Elias is a member of the Yazidi faith. The Islamic State killed his brother.
Well, I feel devastated when I first heard. I was actually on the phone with him like 5 minutes prior to him being killed.
ISIS has also targeted and killed countless Christians in Iraq.
The majority of the Christian population has left, and we are really becoming an endangered species in Iraq.
In fact, it's estimated there were more than 1 million Christians in Iraq in 2002. Now that number is between 100 and 200,000. But Representative Chris Smith of New Jersey says money from the U.S. government is not getting to Christians.
They're desperate. They need our humanitarian assistance. In 2017, we'll spend $2.4 billion for the humanitarian needs of people in the Middle East, in refugee camps. Why aren't the Christians getting it? Why are they being bypassed?
Last night, the House passed a bill sponsored by Representative Smith to make sure U.S. funding actually goes to Christians and Yazidis.
Those in favor will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no.
The leader of the Knights of Columbus says the unanimous support is significant.
ISIS has made quite clear one of their great goals is to eliminate the religious minorities from the region, particularly the Christians. And so Congress last night, by passing this bill, said, no, you're not going to achieve that goal. We are going to provide the emergency assistance, the aid, to make sure that these communities live.
Democrat co-sponsor Anna Eshoo says the State Department wasn't allowing U.S. dollars to go to church groups. So this bill changes that. And Lauren, as you know from your time in Iraq, the Chaldean Catholic Archdiocese of Erbil is helping many of the Christian victims.
And there are many of them who were fleeing ISIS. Jason, is the bill expected to get the same bipartisan support in the Senate?
The Senate moves a lot slower than the House, but Representative Smith and Mr. Anderson from the Knights of Columbus both said they're urging the Senate to pick it up.
Correspondent Jason Calvi at the Capitol. Thank you, Jason.